Hello everybody and a very warm welcome to the Lok Bhavan out here in Goa, which is hosting the Food Fest, the Goa Food Fest of 2026, which is organized by the Goa State Rural Livelihood Mission, that is the GSRLM, along with the Department of Rural Development. We had the inauguration at the hands of the Honorable Chief Minister of Goa, Dr. Pramod Sawant, and we have a ton of panel discussions with various stakeholders of the industry. The aim of this meet is to connect B2B, business to business developers, from farmers to producers. So that is the aim of this Goa Food Fest. Along with me, I've got Priti, Soiru joining us with the DD Goa team. Priti?
सारखे तुझे एल्रॉय हांगा खूबश्यो ऑपॉर्च्युनिटीज आमकां मेळटात ह्या फूड फेस्टिवलाक. जशें आमचे CM सावंत हांगा आयिल्ले आशिल्ले आनी तेंच्यांनी आमकां सांगलें की हो जो बिझनस आसा बायलांक घेवन करपाचो तो तांकां एक ग्लोबल लेवलाचेर व्हरपाचो, म्हणजे एक G लेवलाचेर व्हरपाक जाय अशें ताणें सांगलें. त्या भायर आमचे गोंयचे GI टॅग केल्ले खाजें जें आसा, जें आमी लोकल फूड जें आसा तें आमी कशें खावचें, आनी स्पेशली आमी गिफ्ट दिता तेन्ना आमी खंयचे दुकानार वता आनी बेश्टी मिठाई व्हरता ते जाग्यार गोंयचे रांदिल्लें फूड व्हरचें. तेंचो स्पेशल तेंच्यांनी आपल्या हितून सांगलें आनी गोंयच्या बायलांक कशें प्रमोट करचें. त्या भायर आमची मॅडम आशिल्ली डॉक्टर देविया, तिणी सुद्दां हांगा बायलांची एक माची मेळची, बायलांक कसो उद्योग मेळचो आनी बायलां आपली स्त्री शक्ती घेवन कशें मुखार सरचें सांगलें. त्याच भायर हांगा वेगवेगळे बायर्स आयिल्ले, सर्व डायरेक्ट जसो तुवें म्हटलें B2B हांगा, आनी एक प्लॅटफॉर्म आसा, ऑपॉर्च्युनिटी आसा की आमचे गोंयचे जे फूड आसा ते एक वेगळ्या मळार व्हरचें. खरेंच एल्रॉय हे फेस्ट जे आसा ते पळोवपा सारकें आसा.
Yes, absolutely true. There are lots of stalls which have been set up by the various self-help groups. We also have food stalls along with stalls which the hotel owners can come in and check the produce that is being made, which they can directly buy for themselves. So this is something very interesting. We're going to be having interviews with the members of the panel discussions, and we hope to bring all of that to you at the Goa Food Fest of 2026.
G Food Festival. It is rich in culinary heritage, vibrant traditions and entrepreneurial strength in rural communities. गोयचो फुडार G Food Fest किंवा G Food Cultural हातूंतल्यान आसा, आनी हातूंतल्यान नक्की कितें जातलें तर इट इज एन स्ट्रॉंगर रुरल इकॉनॉमी जातली, ग्रेटर ऑपॉर्च्युनिटीज फॉर द पीपल. गांवांतल्या महिलांच्या खातीर सगळ्यांत ही व्हडली ऑपॉर्च्युनिटी आसतली. आनी इन लॉंग रन आमी आयज जे G Food Culture हांगा जे प्रमोट करता, इट वील रिकॉग्नायज्ड ग्लोबली इन लॉंग रन. आनी नक्कीच हांव यश आवडीता की कालांतरान म्हाका एक 4-5 वर्सां उपरांत हांव G Food Culture हे पुराय भारतभर आनी ग्लोबल जाल्लें पळोवपाक मेळटलें, हेजी आस्त बाळगिता.
Priti Soiru also caught up with the Honorable Chief Minister of Goa, Dr. Pramod Sawant.
सर तुमचे कितें म्हणणें, GI टॅग आसा आनी खोलाची आमची गोंयची मिरसांग प्रमोट जाता तेजेर?
सगळ्यात पयली खोला चिली तयार करपी म्हज्या सगळ्या मोगाळ भयणीक हांव खूब खूब अभिनंदन करता. आनी खोलाच्या मार्केटांतल्यान डायरेक्टली चिली पावडर घेवन आज ती G Food फेस्टिवलाक हांगासर आयल्या, तिजेंय बी हांव अभिनंदन करता. विशेश करून गोंयकारांनी जेन्ना आमी म्हणटा की आमी मसालो प्रिफर करता, कारण गोंयचो मसालो, गोंयचे स्पायसीस एक वेगळी टेस्ट आसा. आनी वीच इज अगेन आमी म्हणटा आसत जाल्यार आमी जे नॉन वेज खाता तितूंत ते पचोवपाची ताकदूय गोंयच्या मसाल्यांत आसा. त्या खातीर खोलाची चिलीचे हांव परत एकदां म्हणजे दोगांय भयणींचे हांव खूब खूब अभिनंदन करता.
तुमकां कितें दिसता ग्लोबली हे फूड आमचें वचचें आनी बायलांचे स्त्री शक्तीचेर तुमी
Definitely. कित्याक आतां आमी सद्या तर चर्चा आसा जाल्यार नारी शक्तीचीच चर्चा आसा, महिलाचीच चर्चा आसा. सद्या तर पार्लिमेंटान ऑल आयज आर ऑन 16, 17, 18 जी चर्चा नारी शक्ती वंदन अधिनियमाचेर जाता. आनी त्याच टायमार हें जी फेस्टिवल जे आयोजीत केलां आमचे माननीय मुख्यमंत्र्यान तांचे डिपार्टमेंट RDAचे खूब अभिनंदन करता की आमच्या महिला खातीर हे सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुपा खातीर आयोजीत केला. तांकां एक डायरेक्ट प्लॅटफॉर्म दिला. दे हॅव बीन कनेक्टेड डायरेक्टली टू द मार्केट. म्हणजे कितलेशे ओवर 100 इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट आसतले, फूड केटरर्स, हॉटेलियर्स, सो हू कॅन बाय देअर प्रोडक्ट्स. ते पॅक्ड आयटम्स आसा, कुक्ड आयटम्स आसा. सो आमी आज पळयला की 2 महिलाचे सत्कार जालो हू आर रनिंग व्हेरी सक्सेसफुली 2 कॅन्टीन्स. वन इज अजिलो अँड वन इज टुरिझम डिपार्टमेंट. सो आनी आमची डायरेक्टर सांगताली की हाव ब्युटिफुली अँड हाव गुड देअर फूड इज. सो तांचे ट्रेनिंग आमी जे अन्नपूर्णा योजना स्कीम आज लॉन्च जाली थंय पळयलें की द विमेन आर गेटींग ट्रेन्ड एट IHM. सो कशें पॅकेजींग करप, कशें इन्ग्रिडियंट्स घालप, FSSI तांचे वॉट इज रिक्वायर्ड, FDA, ऑल दॅट. सो इट बिकम्स लायक अ प्रिमियम product when you package it and market it. So this festival is all about that. आनी हळूहळू करून अशें जेन्ना प्लॅटफॉर्म मेळटा तांकां म्हाका खात्री आसा की हें जी फेस्टिवल फूड फेस्टिवल जे आज ताजें इनॉग्रेशन जालां इट विल सून बिकम अ कल्चर आनी इट विल गो ग्लोबल.
फूड फेस्ट हांगसर आशिल्ले जे व्हडा उमेदीन जाल्ले आसा आनी हांगा B2B बिझनस आमी पळयलो. खास करून गोंयच्यो वस्तू हांगा आशिल्ल्यो GI टॅग केल्ल्यो वस्तू पळयले, वेगवेगळे बायर्स पळयले आनी ह्याच गोश्टी बद्दल आमचो एल्रॉय मेळ्ळो पॅनलिस्टा कडेन. पळोवया तो कितें म्हणटा तो.
Talk to us a little bit about the panel discussion and some of the topics that you all covered in the discussion. What we were discussing was basically how does someone like Varad get to manage his entire, his supply for the entire year. The biggest challenge which anybody faces, whoever is part of this industry, is perishability. When you're talking about perishability, and because of that, people are trying to reinvent nature's cycle to do a lot of artificial programs around it to keep longevity longer, try and build up your hoarding facilities and your, your scarcity demand and supply, trying to manipulate that. We were trying to figure out exactly how do we build up that and keep it clean, keep the pipeline clean, right? So the government is there. Sir was listening to everything we said. He's like, it's all institutionalized. It's all there. Could you give us in short what this panel discussion was all about? Because a lot of our viewers would like to know.
We focused on 3 ingredients, most of them to do with Goa. One was the cashew nut, feni, and the third was the jackfruit. Now, what we have come to know across the discussions is jackfruit, even though a lot of us have grown up with it, still needs to up its production in terms of farming, because we are not able to get a sizable amount for it to be a relevant ingredient to be processed and showcased. It's a matter of great pride, and in the discussion also we found out the importance of having the GI certification.
You've been involved in the food industry for many years. You know a lot about food. Can you give us some of your insights as to some of the food which you've tasted over here?
Honestly, in so many years of me being in this industry, I've never had it commercially. I've never had it commercially. I had things like the moringa cutlets. I tasted the banana flour bhaji, the bangda kishmoor.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it was to die for. And I was only asking people, tell me what else. I can't go and eat everything. And also I found out that I was kept on asking from which taluka you are, because we are aware that from taluka to taluka
It's different.
it differs. So there was this one Perne, she had done khube, suke khube. And it was with a little bit of gravy. And I asked her a very simple question. And she says, traditionally in Penne, we do need some sort of gravy to have with our thing. So even though we call it suke, it was so nice to hear it from them in terms of their traditions, their stories. And I think our commercial chefs should really have spent some more time here to have a look and see what is grassroots preparations.
Could you give us a little insight as to what the panel discussion was about? It was about highlighting Goan food and Goan origin foods out there. So could you just enlighten us and our viewers a little bit about that?
So this panel was mainly about Goan ingredients and how we can brand it and market and take it to new markets. So that was the whole thing. So it was me. So our company promotes jackfruit. Then there was Rohit from Sati Cajus, and there was Yash from Feni. So these are core Goan ingredients, and we've kind of managed to take these ingredients to more parts of India and the world. And so this panel was a discussion on how you do that, what are the different ways of branding, marketing, how does logistic work, how does packaging work. So it was a nice wholesome panel. Yeah.
How important is a platform like this for you as well as for others who are on, not just on the panel, but who are benefiting from this? How would you quantify this entire event?
So I think it's an amazing initiative for all the stalls that were here, for all the self-help groups, and for the small entrepreneurs from Goa who make stuff at their homes or in small setups, who don't know where to sell, how to sell. I think this is a great initiative because here you get the seller and the buyer both on the same platform. People, the market opens up for a lot of these people who are always hunting and trying to find out different ways of doing it. See, what we've done is at a different scale. We managed to do it. It's taken a lot of effort, time, money, but everyone doesn't have that luxury. Everyone cannot do that. So I think something like this is really good to push the envelope for all of these small self-help groups and give them a bigger market and a bigger platform.
I have with me Mr. Yash joining us out here on the DD Goa network. Yash, you had a wonderful conversation with other partners in the sport to talk about or highlight Goan ingredients and push it up there in the global market. You've got a product, an artisanal Feni. Could you talk to us a little bit more about your product and your journey as an entrepreneur moving Feni from, say, the local markets to the world?
It'd be my absolute pleasure. So firstly, I'm very thankful to everybody organizing Goa Fest, Food Fest, because it's been such an important part of promoting all the local ingredients that Goa has to offer. I think Feni is one of them as well. And I think for us, Feni is part of our asmita here in Goa, as we say. It's an important part of our culture, and for so many years it hasn't got its dues. And that's what we believe, that Feni should be standing shoulder to shoulder to all other spirits like whiskey, vodka, gin, brandy and rum in the world. So that's why we're always happy to come talk and engage with everyone at festivals like this to help promote our cause.
You spoke about bartenders, you spoke about different brands taking Feni. So could you just maybe show a little bit of light or shine a little bit of light for our viewers as well?
Absolutely. So the Feni industry is absolutely having its moment right now. I think for 400-500 years, it's remained largely restricted to Goa, but now it's growing so rapidly. It's moving all across the world. We're proud to export to 5 countries as on today. And I think that number is only going to grow. The Feni industry here might be in its nascent stage of the turnaround sort of process, but it's coming very, very strongly. It's coming on very strongly. There's a lot of Feni brands that are starting, and they're really pushing the boundaries, pushing the envelope to take the spirit to the world. Not only are we seeing the basic Fenis, which are our cashew and coconut flagship Fenis, but we're also seeing a lot of experimental approaches to Feni. We're seeing Fenis turned into liqueurs now, Fenis being aged, Fenis being converted into ready-to-drink products, ready to compete with the breezers of the world. In that aspect, Feni is becoming an all-rounded product category, and it's second to none. So I think it's really going to be a fascinating journey for Feni in the years going forward, where it reclaims the spot on the global stage where it deserves to be.
Talk to us a little bit about your session and what was the whole topic about. Well, it's interesting, because as you know, the G Fest is about bringing buyers and sellers together. When we say buyers and sellers, there are about 4,000 odd self-help groups in Goa, and there are a lot of farmers who produce things, but they're all scattered all over Goa, and some of them don't produce it on a very large scale. They produce it on a smaller scale. So the idea was how to bring them together, how to make the buyers and sellers meet, what are the challenges they face, and pretty much on those lines. Talk to us about some of the panelists who are there on this, because it's a diverse panel, and as you said, you're bringing together people from the government side, from people who are in the industry as well as people who are, because the whole purpose of this meet is to connect buyers to businesses as well, to rather agriculturalists to businesses, right? So that they can have better sale of products.
Yes, indeed. So the panelists, it was very interesting. From the buyer's perspective, there was Prahlad Suktankar, who pretty much needs no introduction in Goa. He's a partner at Black Sheep Bistro.
That's right, yes.
When it comes to culinary stuff,
He's very.
he's a Mr. Know-all.
He's a sommelier as well. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
And then we had Mrs. Deepali Naik, who is representing the government, so to say,
Yes.
the institution. She's the director, DRDO from South Goa. And then there were two ladies who were Swaympurna Sakhis. As you know, the Chief Minister's vision of Swaympurna Goa is where we are self-dependent, self-reliant is the better word. And as we're talking about these self-help groups, and there are so many other institutions and small people who do so much, we don't know about them. Like we learned about canteens that are being run by self-help groups now.
Yeah.
Full-fledged canteens are being run by self-help groups now. So these Swaympurna Sakhis, they are doing little stuff in their own right. So they were giving the perspective from the producer's point of view as to what they make, how they make it, and how they try and distribute it. So Prahlad was giving the perspective of how, from a buyer's perspective,
Yes.
from an industry or a corporate perspective, how to buy. And then, of course, the government plays also an important role in bridging the gap, and that's what this event was all about. So that gap was bridged by Mrs. Deepani.
Okay. Finally, before we let you go, these type of events, right? How does it help both sides of the coin? You're going to see people who are purchasing stock, people who are manufacturing, or people who are in the agricultural business. How does it benefit a festival like this, which is organized by the government? How does it help both sides?
I mean, clearly I can say that more than 90% people who came here just as visitors, they didn't know what quite to expect.
Yeah.
Any
exactly.
parameter.
Exactly.
They were all stunned. There were many people who said, okay, we'll just take a chakkar and we'll come and
Yes,
see.
correct.
And they were there for 3 hours, 4 hours, because the kind of ingredients that were there, they were all locally produced, whether it is jaggery, whether it is, all kinds of eatables that were there.
Correct.
And then we had food here. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody was like,
Blown away.
by what was on display here and the
Correct.
kind of food that we
Correct.
tasted.
Correct.
And well, sadly, very unfortunately, you don't get that food in a restaurant here,
Yeah.
pretty much in
Yeah.
Goa. So what can be done for that? It's, I think, a baby step that has been taken. And as I said, that everybody who came here was stunned.
Yeah.
That they didn't know that something like this exists in Goa, or you could buy something like this, or these are the kind of dishes that are made in Goa. So that was quite a revelation.
Yes.
I think that was a success that everybody pretty much came here was surprised.
Various panels were held in discussion at the Goa Food Festival, and Priti Soiru caught up with some of its members who were in discussion at the panels. So let's hear what she has to say.
सर तुम्ही हातूंतले एक बरे जाणकार आसा आनी आमी दूरदर्शनाच्या वतीन जाणा जावंक सोदता आमच्या दर्शकां खातीर हे फूड फेस्टिवला बद्दल कशें कितें तें.
महिला म्हणटकच जेवण हो विशय आयलोच जाल्यार आमच्या गोंयान जर समजा आमी पळयलें जाल्यार वेरियस फूड जे आसा ते वेरियस टायपचे फूड जे आसा ते आमकां हांगा मेळटा. सो आमचो जो फुडाचेर बरेचशे इवन इन्फ्लुयन्सीस जाला. जशें आमी कोस्टल लायनीर गेले जाल्यार आमकां पोर्चुगीज इन्फ्लुयन्स्ड फूड जे आसा ते मेळटा. पूण ताज्या भायर जर समजा आमी इंटिरियर भागान गेले जशें की नेत्रावळी वायल्ड लायफ सँच्युरी किंवा बोंडला भगवान महावीर वायल्ड लायफ सँच्युरी, मादय वायल्ड लायफ, ह्या वाठारांत जे गांवां आसा त्या हातून जे जेवण तयार करता अजूनय ते पळोवपाक वचत जाल्यार ते आमचे ऑथेंटीक गोवन फूड जे गोंयान जे आसा गोंयांच्या जमनीन जाता आनी थंयच्यान हे आमकां प्रोडक्ट्स मेळटा. सो जेन्ना आमी चिंतले की सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रूप जे आसा ते बरेचशे ह्या वाठारांतले सुद्दां सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रूप आमच्या गोवा स्टेट रुरल लायव्हलीहूड मिशनान आसा जाल्यार तांकां कमर्शियल वॅल्यू जी आसा ती ह्या जेवणांतल्यान कशी मेळूं शकता. आनी बरेचशे प्रोडक्ट्स जे आसा जेका जेन्ना कोण तरी ट्युरिस्ट किंवा जेन्ना कोण तरी गोंया भायले जेन्ना येता आनी टेस्ट करून वता ते म्हणटात की अशी टेस्ट जी आसा इट इज व्हेरी डिफिकल्ट टू गेट. आनी ती टेस्ट जी आसा ती आमकां मेळपाक जाय जाल्यार कितें करूं शकता. कॉमन मनशाक जर मेळटलें जाल्यार कितें जावं शकता. सो आनी हाजो बेनिफीट जो आसा ते इनडायरेक्टली थ्रू एजंट्स आनी बाकीचे जे एग्रिगेटर्स आसात तांकां वचन आसतना हाजो बेनिफीट डायरेक्टली कम्युनिटीक कसो मेळूं शकता हाज्या खातीर म्हणून हो जी फूड फेस्ट जो आसा ते माननीय मुखेलमंत्री हांचो कन्सेप्ट आसा.
अवॉर्ड विनींग आमची एक बायल आसा तर आमी तिजे जाणून घेवया हो अवॉर्ड तिका कसो मेळ्ळा आनी तिका कशें दिसता. सगळ्यांक पयलीं तुमकां खूब खूब कॉंग्रेच्युलेशन्स, तुमकां अवॉर्ड फावो जाला. ह्या अवॉर्डा बद्दल आमकां थोडें कितें सांग आनी तुमचें नांव.
म्हजें नांव रानिया राजेश नायक. म्हज्या सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुपाचें नांव श्री राष्ट्रीय देवस्थान सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप. हांव मुख्यमंत्री अन्नपूर्णा योजना अंतर्गत 2 वर्सां जालीं कॅन्टीन चलयतां आनी म्हाका खूब बरें दिसता हें कॅन्टीन चलयतना की आनी बाकीच्या बायलांनी अशें फुडें सरचें आनी आपल्या पांयार उबें रावपाचें. हांव थँक्यू म्हणटा डॉक्टर प्रमोद सावंताक की तुमी आमच्या बायलांक फुडें काडलें. हेजे फुडेंय बी सगळ्या बायलांनी फुडें सरचें.
तुमी कितें सांगूंक सोदता मुखावेले हांकां प्रोत्साहीत करपाक कितें सांगूंक सोदता बायलांक?
आमच्या बायलांक सांगूंक सोदता की तुमी बी अशें फुडें सरात, आपल्या पांयार उबे रावात. जशें हांव रावलां तशें तुमी बी फुडें सरून आपल्या कोणूय कितेंय करूं शकता.
फूड फेस्टिवलाक जायते स्त्री शक्तींचो हांगा सन्मान केल्लो आसा. तर 2 बायलांचो सन्मान करपी आमच्या मदीं हांगा आसा गायत्री. कॉंग्रेच्युलेशन गायत्री. आनी तुका हो अवॉर्ड कित्या खातीर फावो जाला आमकां सांगशात?
सगळें म्हणजे आमी आतां स्त्रियांक फुडें सरता न्हू, म्हणटून आमकां ही ऑपॉर्च्युनिटी दिल्या फुडें सरपाक. आनी अशें DRDA खुबशे स्कीम दिल्ल्यो आसा, म्हणजे कोणाक जायना, कोणाक पयशांचो प्रॉब्लम आसा तांकां बीन, आनी ते आमकां लोन बीन सबमीट करता. तेजे वरसून हांवें म्हाजें कॅन्टीनूय स्टार्ट केलां मुख्यमंत्री अन्नपूर्णाच्या अंडर, आनी म्हाजें केटरिंगूय आसा. तो ह्यो सेटअप पळोवंक शकता तुमी म्हाजो कसो आहा पळय तो.
कॅटरिंग खंय आसा तुमचें?
पणजे आनी एक पर्वरी आसा, थंयसून किचन हे केल्लें आसा. एक लोन काडून हांवें किचन स्टार्ट केल्लें आहा, थंयसून म्हाजें हें जाता.
तुमकां अन्नपूर्णा स्किमी अंतर्गत गव्हर्मेंटान सपोर्ट केल्लो आसा. टुरिझम डिपार्टमेंटाच्या अंडरूय तुमी कॅन्टीन चलयता.
येस मॅम, येस मॅम.
तुमकां हो अवॉर्ड मेळ्ळो कशें दिसता आनी गव्हर्मेंटाक कितें सांगपाक सोदता तुमी?
म्हाका मॅम खूब बरें दिसलें म्हाका हो अवॉर्ड मेळ्ळें म्हणून. कितें तरी कित्याक आमी लेडीज सदांच फाटीं आसले. आनी CM सराक हांव थँक्यू म्हणटा आमच्या असल्या बायलांक ते फुडें काडून आमकां हे बरें बरें हे दिता म्हणून ऑपॉर्च्युनिटी. आनी हांव तशेंच थँक्यू म्हणटा DRDAकूय आमकां हे फुडें काडपाक सगलें हें करपाक.
फूड फेस्टिवलाक हांगा फुडाचेर ताव मारता ती बायलां आमकां दिसता. हरशीं आमी म्हणटात की कोण चड खाता पळोवपा आमी दादले म्हणटा, पूण म्हाज्या नजरेन तरी आमी बायलांच चड खाता. कितें म्हणटा प्रिती, सारकें न्हय? हांवेनूच वेज आनी नॉन वेज दोनूय डिशीज घेतलेले आसा आनी हांव ही जी कितें खातात तांकां विचारता ही खंय मेळ्ळी डीश, सो हिचो टेस्ट कसो आसा. सो त्या प्रमाणे हांव एक एक जो एक्चुली हांव तितली खावपाक वचना, पण आयज अक्षरशः हांव रावण थाली म्हणटा तशी म्हाजी रेडी जाल्लेली आसा. सो खूब एन्जॉय केलो हांव असो. म्हाका सांग बायलांक ही संद मेळटा तेजेर तुजें कितें म्हणणें आसा? अशी खुबशी संदी आमचे चालूच असतात, पण हे जे अशी खाणाचे जे वेगवेगळे संदी आसा आनी ज्यो स्पेशली आमच्या बायलांक आवडटा. सो खाणांचे जो एक टॉपीक आसा तुम्ही जाणा आसतली की बायलांक खाणाचो टॉपीक म्हटलो का ती कशी करप, की तो कसो प्रिपेअर करप, किंवा ताका आनी कितें कितें इन्ग्रेडियंट्स लागता हाच्या बद्दल तेंचे चालूच आसा. सो हो एक ओकेजन असो मेळ्ळेलो आसा की हांगासर पॅक फूड आणि प्लस लायव्ह फूड कावंटर सुद्दां हांगा आसा. सो दोन्ही एन्जॉय करूं येता. गव्हर्मेंटान फुडाचे शिवाय आनी जायत्यो फॅसिलिटी आमच्या बायलांक दिल्ले आसा. आमी म्हणटा की बायलां खंयच्याच बाबतीन फाटीं ना. तशेंच म्हाका दिसता पिंक रिक्षेच्या बाबतीन सुद्दां तूं फाटीं आसचें ना. सर म्हाका दिसता फर्स्ट पिंक रिक्षा तुकाच मेळ्ळी, रायट? सो तेज्या बद्दल एक तूं गव्हर्मेंटाक कितें सांगूंक शकता? म्हणजे रिक्षेच्या पोतान द्रोण दिदी म्हणटा ते भशेन लखपती दिदी तुमच्या SHG खातीर वेगवेगळ्यो लोन फॅसिलिटी दिल्ल्यो आसा. तुमी तुमचो स्वताचो तो कसलोय धंदो अगरबत्ती आसूं म्हणजे बारीक पोत ते व्हडले पर्यंत नॅशनल आनी इंटरनॅशनल पर्यंत आमी पावल्ली आसा. तेजेर तो गोवा गव्हर्मेंटाक कितें सांगूंक शकता? खऱ्यांनीच एक गुड इनिशिएटीव आसा गोवा गव्हर्मेंट सरांची. आणि CM सर आसा, तुम्ही पळयलें आसतलें प्रत्येक पावलांचेर सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुपाक किंवा आनी जी आसा स्किम्स ताका इन्वॉल्व करीत आसा. आणि RDA एक अशी डिपार्टमेंट आसा की RDAन येयल्या उपरांत आमी पळयलें कितकेशे सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप ओन्ली ग्रुप करून रावना, पण त्याच्या अंतर्गत जे कितें बिझनसीस डेव्हलप करूं शकता, आपले लायलीहूड चलोवंक शकता. सो त्या हिशोबान खुबशी कितें म्हणटात तुमी की एक ऑपॉर्च्युनिटी आसा आनी बेनिफीट सुद्दां आसा. नाही फक्त आपल्या फॅमिलीक न्ही, पण आपल्या फॅमिली भायर जे सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप आसा तांकां सुद्दां इन्वॉल्व करून हांगासर DRDA ऑलरेडी काम करता आणि पिंक ऑटो म्हटलें जाल्यार तुमी जाणा आसतली पिंक ऑटो रोटरी क्लब सुद्दां ग्रांट दिता 60,000चे. सो हेड्स ऑफ आसा रोटरी क्लबाक आनी एक एक इनिशिएटीव वेगवेगळे ऑर्गनायझेशन क्लब्स आनी घेत आसता आणि आमचे कन्वर्सेशन मोस्टली सगळ्या डिपार्टमेंटा वांगडा आसता. सो एक जो जो डिपार्टमेंट आमच्या वांगडा कॉन्टेक्ट आसा त्याचे भितर आमचे डिफरंट स्किमी CM सर हाडीत आसता बायलां खातीर आणि त्याचे भितरल्यान आमचे खुबशे लायलीहूड एक्टिविटीज सुद्दां सुरू जातात आणि इनकम जनरेटींग एक्टिविटीज हांगाच्यान आमी सुरू केली. फक्त सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुपा कडेन न्ही पण त्याच्या उपरांत ग्रुप केल्या उपरांत आमच्या भितरलो एकटेपणा आणि त्याच्या उपरांत जो जॉब आणि पयशे प्रिपेर करता ते हांगासर सुरवात जाता.
तू खंयच्यान आयला आनी हे प्रॉडक्ट तुमचे खंयचे आनी तुज्या प्रॉडक्टाचें नांव सांग.
हांव गिर्दोलीच्यान आयलां, हांव सालसेट ब्लॉकांतलें, आमकां साश्टीकार म्हणटा. आनी म्हजे प्रोडक्ट आहा ते बोलिना, ही दाळीची दोस आनी भात. आनी हांव गिर्दोली आमचे VO आसा स्टार्स ऑफ गिर्दोली आनी म्हजो सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रूप आसा लेडी ऑफ वेलंकनी.
हे तुजे आसा पळय ते नाल्लाचे करता तूं, ते एक प्रॉडक्टाचें तूं नांव सांगता आमकां.
हे आमची बोलिना आसा. हे बोलिना मेन इन्ग्रिडियंट्स रवा आनी कोकोनट आसा. ही आमची दोस आनी हे भात.
तूं कितें सांगूंक सोदता सगळ्या ग्रुपा तर्फे?
थँक्यू गव्हर्मेंट ऑफ गोवा म्हणून हांव एक्चुली म्हणपाक सोदतां. ही ऑपॉर्च्युनिटी एक्चुली आमकां सगल्यांक लायक एवरी डिफरंट ग्रुपान जावं डिफरंट प्रोडक्ट घेवन हिंगा फर्स्ट टायम हांव येयलां हिंगा. सो इट्स अ नायस एक्सपिरियन्स.
A wonderful Goa Food Festival comes to its conclusion. We've had moderations on different topics throughout the day. We've had wonderful stalls which have been showcasing the rich heritage of Goan food, and of course the wonderful stalls with all the food options available from the various self-help groups as well. Along with Priti, Soiru, this is Alroy saying we hope you enjoyed this culinary experience, bridging the gap from farm to table, organized by the government of Goa. Thank you for watching and stay tuned to DD Goa.